Naghahanap ka ba ng Nqesh 2021 reviewer? Tara, tulungan kita. Sa iyong FB account, i-type mo sa search tab yung Nqesh 2021 online reviewer. Piliin mo yung may green na langgam. Then, hit like and send me a message. Ganun lang kabilis. Magre-response ako sa'yo. Pindutin mo na rin itong mga frequently asked questions para masagot ang iba mong katanungan. Subukan mo na rin mag-follow sa ating YouTube channel para updated ka ng mga videos araw-araw. Pindutin mo na rin itong description para makita mo iba pang link sa ating videos. Good luck! Tara, review na tayo! During your class observation, you observed that several teachers displayed mastery of the topic being discussed, but failed to provide the class experiences in connecting the concept to learners' interest, belief, gender, and other fields of specialization. As a school head, what should be your school's topic for next SLAC? A. Constructivism. B. Inquiry-based learning. C. Integration. D. Reflective teaching approach. Bago natin sagutan ng tanong, basahin muna natin itong Republic Act 10533, all known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. Ito yung tinatawag na K-12. Malinaw na ipinaliwanag sa Republic Act na ito kung ano nga ba ang Enhanced Basic Education Curriculum. Sabi, ang Enhanced Basic Education Curriculum ay 1. The curriculum shall be learner-centered, inclusive, and developmentally appropriate. Okay. And then, pagka mababasa nyo tong term na to doon sa DepEd Vision and Mission, no? Katulad ng sinabi ko last time sa isa nating video, kung kaya po ng oras natin, i-memorize po natin yung DepEd Vision and Mission at unawain po natin to kasi marirealize natin habang sa pagtuturo natin na ito lang ang nagiging basihan palagi sa lahat ng nagiging aksyon at mga activities, projects, and programs ng DepEd. Then, the curriculum shall be culture sensitive. Yan, nasa DepEd VMV din po yan. Mababasa ninyo. And also, nabanggit din natin ito doon sa isa nating video tungkol sa iPad framework na diniscuss natin yung tungkol sa contextualization. The curriculum shall be relevant, responsive, and research-based. That's good. And then, the curriculum shall be contextualized and global. Why? Because we want our students na pagka-graduate nila, they are globally competitive. And then, the curriculum shall use, eto na, pedagogical approaches that are constructivist. 1. Inquiry-based. 2. Reflective. 3. Collaborative. 4. And integrative. So, etong lahat ng ito, mapapansin nyo, no, hindi lang iisang teorya ang ginamit ng DepEd para i-develop ang bata. Sa paggamit ng mga teoryang ito, makakabuo tayo ng isang estudyante, isang bata, na kayang ma-realize ang kanyang full potential. For what reason? Again, as per DepEd Vision and Mission, so that they could contribute for what? For their nation. So, lahat po ng ginagawa natin ay para sa huli ay makapag-produce tayo na isang estudyante na kayang magbigay ng kanyang contribution para sa bansa. And we can only do that if our curriculum will adhere to these pedagogical approaches which are constructivist, inquiry-based, reflective, collaborative, and integrative. Next, the curriculum shall adhere to the principles and framework of mother tongue-based multi-language education. And the curriculum shall use the spiral progression approach to ensure mastery of knowledge and skills after each level. So, importante, no? Gumamit tayo ng spiral progression for one important reason, that is to ensure the mastery of knowledge and of the skills. And how do we teach this? By means of using these approaches. So, eto po ang pupuntahan natin ngayon para masagot yung ating tanong. Unahin muna nating basahin ang tungkol sa Constructivist Theory. May dalawang dapat i-consider dito, yung teorya ni Piaget at saka yung kay Vygotsky. Ngayon, magsubukan natin basahin itong nanggaling sa website na to, http://ds://univ. Tingnan natin ang mga nilalaman ng kanyang discussions. Ito na nga siya. Ang title niya ay Constructivist Theories of Piaget and Vygotsky, General Teaching Implications. Si Dr. Khadija, hindi ko mabasa ang kanyang pangalan, from Constantine University, and si Kirkol Nachua ng Oran University. Dito ang sabi niya, Constructivism is one theory that explains how people might acquire knowledge and learn. It suggests that people construct their own understanding and knowledge of the world by testing ideas and approaches based on their prior knowledge and experiences. Basahin pa nga natin. So, kung ganun, if it is based on their learning, based on their prior knowledge and experiences, so ano yung pagkakaiba ng theory ni Jean Piaget and saka ni Lev Vygotsky? Na-cite ng mga author yung sinabi ni Naylor and Co. noong 1993, sabi niya, the Constructivism is an approach in which the central principle is that learners can make sense of new situations in terms of their existing understanding. Learning involves an active process in which learners construct meaning by linking new ideas with their existing knowledge. Magandang approach ito, no? Constructivism, kasi mayroon ng knowledge yung bata on his own eh. May natutunan siya. It could be anywhere from the surrounding or for what he read or what he is exposed. Tapos, i-connect niya doon sa lesson mo. In that case, magiging exciting yung magiging discussions mo pag ginawa mo yun kasi may personal experience na eh. May personal knowledge na yung bata. Pero sabi pa nito, based on different definitions available also in the literature, the following are some guidelines which identify the epistemological features of constructivism and help in clarifying its meaning. 1. Learning is an active process. 2. Knowledge is constructed rather than innate or possibly absorbed. Oo nga naman, no? Pag ang bata pag yung teacher daldal lang ng daldal sa klase, tapos tahimik ang bata, we never know kung natututo talaga eh. Knowledge is invented, not discovered. All knowledge is personal and idiosyncratic. All knowledge is socially constructed yan. Tingnan natin kung anong ibig sabihin yan. Learning is essentially a process of making sense of the world. Maganda tong number 6 na ito. 7. Effective learning requires meaningful, open-ended, challenging problems for the learner to solve. Sinabi din ng article nito na Constructivism, therefore, recognizes that knowledge is actively produced by learner in response to interaction with their existing knowledge and environment. Ganda ng nakasulat dito. This implies that teachers does not dispense knowledge. Okay, come on. I really love this article. Nga naman, no, pagka ang teacher, ginagawa niya, puro siya na lang, nanggagaling na lang sa kanya yung, yung knowledge, yung siya lang lagi nagdi-discuss sa klase, tapos magtataka bakit bagsak ang bata. Then, maybe there is something. Ito ang maganda. Ito ang magandang i-discuss sa kanya. But provide students with opportunities and incentives to construct it. Let's take note of this. In short, the basic and most important assumption of constructivism, which distinguishes it from the rest of the theories of learning, is that knowledge does not exist independent of the learner, but it is constructed. From where? From the prior experiences. In other words, constructivism theory relies on the assumption that the learner constructs his knowledge in his mind, depending on his various experiences. So as a teacher, if you really want your students to learn and make your class engaging na talaga maiintindihan ng bata, tap this prior experiences, their various experiences, and relate it to your lesson so that you can get the maximum participation of your students. That way, you are using this theory. Moreover, the Constructivism Theory is a fundamental theory that serves as a tool to understand and recognize the society with its knowledge and technologies because it establishes a strong relation between the individual and his society. He seeks to adapting the individual with the environment he lives and promotes the sense of belonging to that society. So, eto na nga yung Piaget's theory of cognitive development. Ano bang sinasabi nito? Binanggit ng author yung sinabi ni Chen and Siegel noong 2000. Ang sabi niya, Piaget steered from the assumption that human intelligence is a biological adaptation of a complex organization to a complex environment. Thus, the individual's understanding of a given situation is part of adaptation of that situation, and the cognitive development is the individual's intelligence in making equilibration of the cognitive structure. Samantala, ang sabi naman nitong Socio-Cultural Vygotsky's theory, sabi niya, the central concept of Vygotsky's theory is that the development of an individual cognitive is based on social interaction. And sabi pa niya, every function in the child's cultural development appears twice. First, on the social level, and later, on the individual level. First, between people, and then inside the child. This applies equally to voluntary attention, to logical memory, and to the formation of concepts. All the higher functions originate as actual relationship between individuals. Let's take note of this. The nature of learning through social interaction, therefore, is cooperative. So, mas matututunan ng bata, no, if he is working with other classmates. The learner should not be separated from his environment, but should be encouraged to integrate with other learners, teachers, or other sources of knowledge, such as books, journals, computers, and others. These interactions provide the learners with a language used for learning communication. The teacher's main role here is a facilitator or mediator. I really love this theory. Minsan kasi may nakikita pa rin talaga akong teacher na mahilig siyang sa kanya nang gagaling lahat ng idea. Sa kanya, magaling siya. Yes, she's really good. He's really good. Pero when it comes to to presenting the lesson, nagagaling mostly paglabas ng teacher, pagod na yung lalamunan, na siya, yung namamaos na. So, pag ganun ng teacher, bigyan mo ng lesson, ng SLAC tungkol sa constructivism. Ma'am at sir, I really want you to have this copy. Maganda tong basahin. We will learn a lot from this article. So, pag-usapan na natin kung paano nga gagamitin itong theory na ito. Ang sabi dito, nigyan niya ng example, teachers should act as guide on the side who should provide the learners with opportunities to test their current level adequacy. It quotes that what is desired is that the teacher should ceases being a lecturer, satisfied with transmitting ready-made solution. His role should rather be that of a mentor, stimulating initiative and research. Ayan, tandaan po natin. Pag ginamit ng teacher natin ay itong constructivism theory ni Piaget, asahan nyo, wala ng teacher na paos na lalabas ng classroom. The basic teaching techniques that the teachers may focus on and that are associated with Piaget theory for language learning may cover the following: problem-based learning, discovery learning, cognitive strategies, and project-based learning. On the other hand naman, ang teaching implications ng Vygotsky's theory, sinasabi niya dito, binanggit niya dito yung principle ng peer-peer interaction. Maganda nga ito. Let's consider this. Considering the concept of ZPD, teachers should know the limits of their students and teach them according to this limit. So, baka naman masyadong mahirap nga yung binibigyan teacher, hindi naman kaya ng bata. Kung ikaw na ang principal, napapansin mo, bakit parang nawawala ng interest yung mga bata? Parang hindi, nalilito sila. Kasi may mga batang ganun, magsasabi sila if they are confused o wala silang interest kasi po si teacher and all that. Then, magpa-SLAC ka na tungkol dito. Vygotsky's theories encourages teacher also not to focus too much on teaching concrete matters but invoke the learner's abstract thinking about the world. This would be helpful for the learners in the sense that it develops multiple skills that will assist them to deal with complex learning matters. Ang option B natin ay inquiry-based learning. Article natin ay isinulat ni Alain Golam at pinaliwanag niya sa kanyang cited references na ang inquiry-based learning is a student-centered instructional approach that make use of meaningful tasks such as cases, projects, and research to situate learning. Students are expected to work collaboratively to identify how to solve a problem, gain research skills, and trade-off capacity. In inquiry-based learning, students are engaged in learning process and are making sense of the world around them. So this is really very good kasi you're making more connection noong lesson doon sa practical world and to their personal experiences. With this approach, students are expected to answer a research question using data analysis and information exchange. Isa din ito sa nag-root din siya sa Constructivism, which is a learning theory na binanggit nga natin ng una kanina. And as a teacher, pwede mong gamitin, pwede mo i-implement ang inquiry-based learning into different levels. It could be structured wherein the teacher will lead the students and the entire class to answer as one inquiry together. Pwede rin naman siyang controlled inquiry wherein the teacher chooses a topic and identifies the resources students will use to answer the question. Pwede rin naman guided inquiry wherein the teacher can choose topics and questions and then students design the product of solution, or yung pinakahuli, yung free inquiry wherein the students choose their topics without reference to any prescribed outcome. So basically, itong inquiry-based will really encourage the students to investigate and using their prior knowledge in order to solve a certain problem. Option number 3 is integration. So let us read this article from www.education.ne.gov. Pwede nyo ito ma-download, search nyo lang itong article na to. Sabi niya, an integrated curriculum allows the children to pursue learning in a holistic way without the restriction often imposed by subject boundaries. Yun, maganda na magamit ng integration sa pagtuturo kasi nga hindi mo lang nililimit yung estudyante from learning the subject or from learning the concept na within the boundaries of the subject matter. You go outside, you apply outside, you connect the concept to other subjects or other field of specializations para mas intense, mas deeper yung kanyang learning. Basahin natin itong research findings. Sabi niya, research also suggests that an integrated approach to learning is brain compatible. Brain learns best in real life, immersion style, multi-path learning, wherein yung fragmented or piecemeal presenting can forever kill the joy and love of learning. That is according to Jensen, 1996. The more connections made by the brain, the greater the opportunity for making high-level inferences. It also said that an integrated curriculum implies that learning that is synthesized across traditional subject areas and learning experiences that are designed to be mutually reinforcing. Basahin naman natin itong article na galing sa www.iosrjournals.org. It's about Introduction and Impact of Integrated Teaching and Learning Method for First Professional Medical Students, na isinulat ni Gulab Kunwar et al. Noong 2017. Ang sabi niya dito, integration in education can be defined as a coordination of different learning activities to ensure the harmonious functioning of educational process. It is a way of connecting skills and knowledge from multiple sources and experiences, or applying skills and practice in various settings. So yun na, nakita nyo, no? When it comes to integration, what we do is we connect the topic we are teaching our students to other fields, to other skills. There are 4 major components of integrated teaching. Integration of experience, ayan. Social integration, integration of knowledge, integration of curriculum design. So, ito pala yung 4 na integration. At ang last option naman natin ay ang reflective approach or reflection. So, basahin natin para magkaroon tayo ng idea kung ano ang reflective approach in teaching. Basahin natin itong article na galing sa www.ascd.org. Ang sabi dito, ang reflective teaching, according kay Donald Cruikshank and Jane Applegate, is an opportunity for teachers to teach and then reflect on the teaching experience with the intention of improving subsequent practice. The emphasis is on reflection, which is helping teachers think, helping teachers think about what happened, why it happened, and what else they could have done to reach their goal. So, ito yung mga importanteng tanong kapag magagawa ka ng reflections. Maganda itong reflective teaching approach kasi as a teacher, you have to assess yourself and find the reason why things happen, or why you perform that way, and then you could improve yourself so that you can improve your performance instead of always blaming the students kung bakit hindi nag-i-improve. It's more on understanding yourself or understanding your students and finding a solution to the problem. Kaya ang sagot sa ating tanong ay letter C.